So, Philip.
Yoo-hoo.
Welcome to the cellar. Now hold on, the
Thank you.
wire's a little long, so. Warte mal. Oh, I have to like take my microphone perhaps. So, you're actually, you're an actor?
Yeah, of course.
And I just read today that you are a native Berliner.
I'm native Berliner,
You
yeah.
grew up in the Märkische Viertel, is it right?
Of course, yeah.
Why, of course?
Just, no, I grew up 12 years there, and then I was off in a private school in Paderborn. And so I came back, and then we changed the flat to Frohnau.
To Frohnau.
To Frohnau, yeah.
The lifestyle of the rich and famous. Yeah.
Yeah, of
The
course.
Märkische Viertel is a little like, it's a mixture between the rich and poor, right?
Yeah, it's a social, how can I say it in
Hotspot?
English? Social hotspot, if you want it like this, yeah. And you have a lot of German traditional worker families over there, so it's quite an ghetto in German.
Is
I'd
it?
say. Yeah, of course,
So
of course.
ghetto.
Yeah.
Anyway, how is
So
it for you
ghetto.
as a Berliner when you look at Berlin today? At the city, how it is?
Right.
Flashback.
Yeah, it's
Right.
yeah. Berlin gets Berlin is very funny because it gets such a lot of different places, like different villages, if you can say. So if you go to Kreuzberg, it's completely different to Kudamm, so yeah, it's Berlin. It's great. It's a great city. A lot of young artists and creative people.
Yeah, it's the best in Germany. But I mean, compared to when you grow up.
Yeah,
Your feeling for the city, your heart feeling for the city. I mean.
Yeah.
I have
The
a
thing
different
is,
feeling
yeah.
than in my childhood. Sure.
The thing is, I grow up. Cheers. I grow up in a time where everything changing, So we got the east and the west part, and everything is, and so the '90s completely different to right now.
But you still love Berlin as your home city.
Of course. I love the city, and I'm a traditional Berliner, so and I know every part of Berlin.
You like the east too?
I love the east. I love the east. Like this.
So.
You never going?
Why? I have no friends there.
Yeah.
Okay, perhaps for dancing or something, but
Yeah.
not day-to-day thing. No.
Yeah.
My whole life is in the West.
Yeah, another thing is my grandma and my whole family is from the
east, right?
is from the east, right? And so my mother flee when I was not born also already. So she flee in the
you were
80s, and she was pregnant with me. And so she flee in the west part, and so I grew up in the west, but I was in my
East German roots still.
yeah, of course, there, and so I love.
How was your childhood? Try to explain. When you grew up, when you start feeling and realizing things, how was it?
Yeah,
for you as a child?
yeah. The thing
Are
is,
you an only child, or do you have siblings?
huh?
Are you an only child?
No. I have an older brother and an older sister, and the thing is, I'm a dyslexic. I got dyslexis. I'm a dyslexis child, so I got
What is dyslexia?
dyslexis like legasthenie.
All right.
It's like so, and I got
Cool.
problems in the school and
Thank you,
everything
thank you.
else. So and so it was not really easy because also in the 80s there's a lot of racism with skin color and that
The
stuff.
whole
So-
mixed couple thing was still very
yeah,
fresh.
and I grow up in the kindergarten, and I grow up in the school with that, So, but it's cool like that, and I'm very proud that I be sunny, good-looking
Did
cappuccino
you
boy.
feel discrimination as a kid?
Of course, I do. I do.
Yeah.
I
How was
feel
that? Wasn't that like horrible
it is horrible
for a kid? For your-
yeah, at a
you
kid
don't know why,
you,
right?
at a kid you don't really realize that that is something that you something different between the other ones or something. But it's I grow up with it, so I got no problem with it to handle and so I have my brother, I have my sister, and I have all the time my mother, who be great to me and yeah.
And your father is, I read, from Sierra Leone, right?
Of course, he's from Sierra Leone. Yeah.
Is it so? Of course. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
How was? Are they still living together? Did they live together the whole time? Was it like
No.
difficult? Are they divorced? Tell me.
Yeah. My father get in a stipendium for Ukraine,
Yeah.
and so he go to Ukraine,
Moved
Kharkov.
to great.
He moved to Ukraine, lived there in 20 years, and yeah, my father was a gold and diamond handler, and yeah, and so he did business in the east part also, and so this.
He was a businessman, or is a businessman?
He's a businessman, yeah, of course, and so he met my mother, and yeah, and.
It's an interesting story, right?
It is absolutely interesting.
So
my story is
diamond guy.
My
from the east.
My story is is also absolutely a cinema
cool.
cinema movie, yeah, and yeah, of course, it's an interesting thing, and yeah, they get divorced when I was 2 years old, and yeah,
But
so I didn't grow up.
To both of them?
Of course, I have, yeah.
Where does he live?
My father lives also here in Berlin.
Wedding.
Mm.
Wedding. Mm. And your mother lives in Berlin too.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do they have?
No. Until I was 2, they stopped to
The most interesting part, acting-wise, is your grandmother, right?
Of course, yeah.
She is she still alive?
She's still alive.
Maria Baden, right?
Maria Baden is her name. Yeah, she was in the East Part and young, upcoming, famous actress.
Yes, but she worked with Gustav Gründgens in Wikipedia, right?
Yeah, she learned from Gustav Gründgens. So Gustav Gründgens put her on stage and taught her to do acting, and so she working with the first director of the Bochumer Schauspielhaus. His name is Saladin Schmidt. An interesting thing, and yeah.
How did she influence you or inspire you somehow?
Not really.
How was the contact with her when you were young?
She likes me really. She loves me because I was her little. How can I say it? Her little. Favorite.
From the three of us?
Yeah, of course I was.
Are you the latest?
I didn't. Yeah, I'm the latest. I'm the latest, and I was the sweetest, and so I was. Yeah, I was cheeky a little bit, and everything else. She liked it, and yeah, and so acting coming not really with her. So I got on a school special gigs and theater.
Your nose is running. You need something.
Really?
Do you have something?
Oh, yeah, I'm so cold.
We can't leave the set, so we
can't.
yeah. So, do you still have contact to her? Is she?
Yeah, of course. We call.
Is she working?
No, not anymore. She stopped. She acted before the war coming out, and so she need to stop after this one. Nobody knows, what come after the war, if it coming again or something. So she.
Is it an inspiration for a kid, or is it like an anti-thing when the grandmother is such an intense personality? I mean,
yeah, I'm not really realized that she was a famous actor, so it comes later than on, So and I worked in Ausbildung at the German Opera and in Herrenmaßschneider.
You?
Yeah, me. And after this one, I
Taylor. Right, Schneider, Taylor, yeah.
Is it Taylor? Yeah. My English is not so good, but and after this one, I didn't know really what I have to do after this one, because I know I don't want to do this job anymore, and I don't want to, and so I was a little bit in the air, and working at the belt stuff in hotels.
Yeah.
We just carry the luggage and that for guys.
Bellboy,
of course, yeah. And so, and then my grandmother said to my mother, I tried to send Philip to acting school, and so I did it. And she said it, and I did it. She was it to prove me, yeah.
It was a guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, yeah. And whoops.
Whatever.
She did it, and I did it, and so I went into the Theaterwerkstatt Charlottenburg.
How was that the first, try being somebody else, or read
I was really shy because I played once theater gig. Sorry for that. I'm a little bit cold. I played a theater gig in a school. And I played 3 different parts, and I was.
Were 3 characters in one play?
Yeah, in one play, 3 characters, and the school where I've been is Waldorf school from Rudolf Steiner, and they know my history, they know my story about, you know, that my grandmother is actor, blah blah blah. And so they put me inside, and I got a talent inside also, and I was also very. I was crying when I don't get this main part, because I want to play this main part in the theater gig, and they don't give it to me, and I cry, and you know, I was like how old, like 14 or something. Oh. So, and I was crying because they don't give me the main part, but then they put me in 3 different characters, and I played so good. My grandma saw also this theater gig, and I played so good that everybody comes after this one and to me and said, "Wow!" and blah 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 blah, and yeah.
But for you, it was like kind of natural, or what?
For me, it was kind of natural. Yeah, of course.
Is it still natural for you?
Acting?
Yeah, yeah. Even when you have a different role, I mean.
Of course, yeah. It's absolutely natural. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
For me, it's no problem. And so, because a lot of my colleagues say, I don't want to play this, I don't want to play that, I don't want to play.
I can't do that, blah blah.
I play everything. It's you know, this is my job, and this is my passion, and this is also my. This is why I say I'm an actor. For me, as an actor, you can play everything, you know. So
yeah, when you are that far.
Yeah, and also
look at America. Only a few, Meryl Streep, Sissy Spacek, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino can play anything. They can.
Yeah.
Here in Germany, look. I mean, how many people can really play everything?
Yeah. Yeah, this is true.
The child, the mother, the father, the son.
Yeah.
The daughter. I mean.
Yeah.
It's not so easy.
Yeah, of course. I don't know why, but
perhaps the pushing or the scripts, the stories are not.
Yeah, that's true.
Edgy enough. I don't know.
They are not really. This is true. Yeah.
You did a lot of TV, right? Let's talk about this. How's that different? You did Hinter Gittern, Anna und die Liebe and der Kriminalist. These are series.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And Schloss Einstein.